something important in the scapular region. Here what you can see, this is the trapezius, okay, which we had cut it already here, and upper lip of the scapula, it has been removed, by which you can see the supraspinatus, and then down here infraspinatus. Focus here. Here you can see this is supraspinatus muscle, and there are some vessels and nerves supplying the trapezius. So this is accessory nerve, okay, and down more below, if you do, you will get dorsal scapular nerves and vessels, which you haven't done now. Now next what I want to show you, in the upper lip already trapezius over, lower lip you get the attachment of the deltoid. So we have cut the attachment, we have reflected back. So this is called the spinal head of the deltoid. Then when we have cut it and retracted, then this is the acromion process of the deltoid. So these are called the acromion fibers, which are multipennate fibers. Okay, you have already seen the clavicular head of the deltoid. Now after coming, this is total deltoid, which is getting inserted in the middle of the arm. Okay, now I am reflecting. So while reflecting, what I saw is a neurovascular bundle. Okay, we will talk about this in detail. So after cutting deltoid, we saw this muscle is called infraspinatus. Then if we retract a little, this is teres minor, and this one is teres major, and this muscle which is coming right from here with aponeurosis, then muscle fiber latissimus dorsi. Okay, now here another muscle you can see coming attached to the humerus. This is the long head of triceps. Long head of triceps, and this is the lateral head of triceps. Lateral head is directly attached to the humerus, and long head will be coming and meeting the lateral head. Long head will be coming from deep inside, from the scapula. Where? Give that scapula. So if you see like this is called the inferior tubercle, and this is superior glenoid process, and this is inferior glenoid, isn't it? So triceps will come from here, biceps, long head of biceps, long head of triceps. So similarly, this is the long head of triceps, which is coming from inferior glenoid process. Okay, and down here, then now in this area you will get the superior triangular space, then this is the quadrangular space, and this is inferior triangular space. So teres minor, teres major, and this is long head, so superior triangular space. And between this one, teres minor, teres major, humerus bone, and long head, we got the quadrangular space. And more down below, this is the teres major coming down like this, long head and humerus bone, this is inferior triangular space. Now in the quadrangular space, content is axillary nerve and posterior circumflex humeral vessels. Okay, so as soon as I dissected out the deltoid, I got this. So here, if you see properly, there is the posterior circumflex vessels and axillary nerve. And what is this muscle? This one is teres minor. So you can see one branch going and supplying this also. Now axillary nerve will supply the deltoid, it will supply the teres minor, then it will have a cutaneous branch. What is this? Skin, isn't it? So this skin was removed from this area. So if you see now, this is the posterior part of the arm below the shoulder joint. So you can see here nicely, focus here properly. The same branch is going and supplying the deep fascia and supplying this area of the skin. So axillary nerve, it follows the Hilton's law. It's an example of nerve following Hilton's law, because it will supply the shoulder joint, it will supply this muscle, what is this? Deltoid, which is covering the joint. Okay, and it is in the time it is supplying this muscle, and that ends in a pseudoganglion. It's very difficult to find the pseudoganglion. If we do little bit more, we might find, but its pseudoganglion is just 1 millimeter size. Then it ends by supplying the skin. So if there is injury to the axillary nerve, there will be loss of abduction, okay, and there will be loss of sensation of the skin in this posture. Am I clear? Okay, thank you.